What's going on, guys? So the big thing going on the past few days is that the D23 Expo was held. This is the big convention that Disney does. It's about 3 days long, and they've just made a crap ton of announcements about their Florida and California parks. Now, I know I typically don't do too many Disney videos on this channel, but this news is just too huge to pass up. It is absolutely taking the Florida market by storm, and it'll have a lot of impacts for the other theme parks in the area. So let's just kind of run down what was announced, because we have some big stuff here. The big thing is, of course, Star Wars Land going to Disneyland and Disney's Hollywood Studios. It is announced that it'll open in 2019. I know some people were originally speculating 2020, but it will be 2019. And it has a name. It is Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I know a lot of people are making jokes saying that sounds like a Samsung name for a phone. Hopefully there isn't like a conflict there and one of them doesn't start suing the other. But as you can see by some of this concept art release, it looks absolutely incredible. Now they do make it kind of deceiving because these pathways will actually be packed when it opens. I love how they make it look like no one's in there, which is completely inaccurate. But it looks absolutely amazing, super immersive. I'm sure we are all really pumped for it. It is going to be a similar experience at both Disney parks. And there will be a cool ride there where they actually revealed the ride vehicle is going to be piloted by an astromech droid. And supposedly it's going to have a ride experience where you're going to be riding along and then have to get out of your vehicle and you'll be walking around and then like danger will come and you have to run back and get back in the vehicle and your droid will kind of guide you along. Supposedly that's some of the rumors, but it sounds pretty cool. I'm intrigued. But sticking with Hollywood Studios, we have an announcement that Toy Story Land is going to open in summer of next year, 2018. And again, they have a mat coaster there called the Slinky Dog Coaster. And again, sticking with the same park, the Great Movie Ride is going to be closing in August. And that's so that they can make way for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So after Great Movie Ride closes at Disney's Hollywood Studios, they will have even less rides open at the park. Remember, right now they have about 5 rides in that park, so they're going to be down another one. So if you're going to Hollywood Studios towards the end of the summer, again, think twice about whether you're going to pay $107 for a ticket when you're going to be getting like 4 rides. So let's move on to Magic Kingdom. This is going to be a lot of people's favorite announcement. Remember that Tron Light Cycle coaster that went to Disney Shanghai? They are going to be sending it to Magic Kingdom and it'll be going right next to Space Mountain. And if you've seen any sort of videos about this roller coaster, it looks absolutely amazing. Again, it's not going to be like a super thrilling roller coaster, but the theming looks amazing and is an absolutely beautiful ride. And so they'll be utilizing a whole section of the park to put that there. To my understanding, they'll not be removing the speedway in that area of Tomorrowland. There was originally speculation that it would be gone. However, it's my understanding that it will not be removed because that area is currently undeveloped. And they'll also be adding a new theater, but no one really cares about that when they announced Tron, which the estimated opening date is they want to have it open by 2021. It could be open earlier, but that's kind of the guesstimate. So let's move on to Epcot. I really like what they have going on here. 2 big things, and that is Ratatouille and the new Guardians of the Galaxy ride. So we saw Guardians of the Galaxy go to Disney's California Adventure, and that was a redo of Tower of Terror. So obviously they're not touching Tower of Terror in Florida. So what they're doing here is adding a whole new attraction. They haven't exactly gone into too much detail on what kind of a ride it's going to be. I've heard some people say that it's going to be a roller coaster. I think it could also be a simulator type ride. I'm not sure. I think it really just depends on what they're going for. They were pretty vague on that announcement. They did release some concept art, but I think this is a big deal for Epcot. Kind of gives them a cool IP geared towards an older audience. So this is going to appeal to a lot of those teenagers that might not have been interested in visiting Epcot before because maybe that didn't really interest them and they would rather be at Hollywood Studios where they have like Star Wars stuff. So now Guardians of the Galaxy will be at Epcot. And there will also be Ratatouille ride. Now there's already one of these in France at Disneyland Paris. So this will be going in the France Pavilion area. It'll be a 4D ride. Supposedly you'll be shrunk to the size of the rat and kind of going through a kitchen, like escaping the chef. So it sounds pretty neat. And then talking about Disney as a whole, they did announce that they will be adding that sky ride system to take you from park to park and to the resorts. I think that'll be absolutely fantastic because now it's almost like another ride. And so it's something that you'll want to do. And while you're at it, you're getting to go to another park. So I think that's absolutely fantastic. And so let's move on to the big final announcement, and this might just be one of the most amazing things that they could have possibly have thought up. I think this is every nerd's dream, and it is to stay in the Star Wars universe, so now you can stay at the Star Wars Hotel. So you can imagine this is probably going to be insanely expensive because this theming is absolutely crazy. It looks amazing. It's unlike anything that exists anywhere. You'll literally be leaving to go to another galaxy, and you'll be in this like massive, what is described as a spaceship. And there'll be characters and adventures everywhere, and it's like, oh my gosh, why would you want to go to Disney World when you could just stay in the hotel the whole time? Like, this sounds amazing. So those are kind of the big things that were announced at D23. I know I missed a few things. One thing that they did was like there's a new Uber system, or like a Pixar change for Disney's California Adventure. But for the most part, these are the big things that were announced. Again, Disney really dropped the bomb here. I don't know how Universal could top this. And really, I've heard some people say that the whole reason why we just got such an awesome series of announcements is because this is their way of countering Potter. I mean, typically, I'm not a huge Disney guy, but man, I would absolutely do some of these things that they just announced, like Guardians of the Galaxy, stay at the Star Wars Hotel, do the Tron roller coaster, and of course, go to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. These sound absolutely incredible. I wish that we could have them now, but unfortunately, we're going to have to wait several years for all of these. So, Disney, you absolutely killed it with these announcements. And Universal, your move. What you gonna do? So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to let me know in the comment section below about what you think of all of this. And, of coaster, stay tuned for more news and rumors and that kind of thing here at Coaster Studios, and I'll catch you guys later.